Hey everyone, this is Jamie, and welcome to this week's video version of the Parent Tech Newsletter for August 4th. I want to begin by inviting you to our training and events this week. On Wednesday for our students, we have Google Classroom at 4 p.m. We have it targeted for 5th through 12th grade, but our younger elementary students are also welcome. We're going to be looking at Google Classroom for sure in our 3rd and 4th grade classrooms, but some of our 2nd grade teams are going to be working on that as well. For parents this week, we have supporting students with learning at home, and this will be on Tuesday and Thursday. And then next week, we have a parent's guide to Google Classroom. That'll be on the 13th and the 11th. And you can register by clicking on this little icon here and also on our district website. For elementary tech parents, this is take 32. I'm a little tired. Let me try that again. For our elementary parents, we're going to have tech orientations this Thursday at 7 p.m. for 5th and 6th grade specifically, Monday at 7 for TK through 2nd, and Wednesday at 7 for 3rd and 4th. Now, I know this is a lot of information coming out. These will all be recorded, so just attend the ones that you feel like you most need help with, and you can also watch them later. So for the tech orientations specifically, what I want to talk about are what are the tools that we're seeing teachers use, and what are some things that you can do to help your kids be ready? And again, you can watch those later, but you can also join. And if you have any specific questions for me, I'd be happy to take them during the webinar. So join us there for the elementary tech orientations. My next item for you is about setting up a student learning space. So I've been doing some reading in how to help students and parents at home be successful with distance learning. And there are a lot of really great blog posts out there about how to kind of design a learning space at home. So 4 tips that I have for you are getting a dedicated space with bright light set up, looking at defining schedules and routines. So we have the bell schedules are up on all the websites. So get that printed out so the students know the bell schedule. Also think about a process for tracking work, because we are working to ensure that students will be accessing their work from a very similar place, whether it's Seesaw for our littles or a classroom for our older students. How are you going to know what's going on? So kind of creating that process where their students write down their work for the day, having a calendar for due dates, anything you can do to really help kind of define the space, I think would be great. And then I also want to highlight that it's important to think about motivation and mini milestones. A lot of routines are abnormal still, and we're also dealing with the trauma of the massive change that we undertook in the spring and that we're still dealing with. So any ways that you can build in some celebrations and some motivation for the kids, that would be awesome. And then I have an article for you. This is linked here, and this is 25 ways to ask how school was today. If you're the parent that kind of gets that answer of how was school, and they say fine, and you say what did you learn, and they say nothing, that's that battle that goes on. And here's a really cool article from a few years ago about different types of questions to ask. I thought you'd like that. And biggest news of this week's tech newsletter is that we launched our registration and data confirmation. So it went live last night. Well, for you, it was this morning. For me, it was midnight. Hence the multiple takes of this video today. But we launched and everything is up and running. And as a reminder, this is where you go in and review all the policies for the schools, make choices on your preferences related to being in the PTA directory or a media release for your student. So all of that's there. If you've done this, 5 times, you're ready to go. If this is your first time or second time, I highly encourage you to watch my short video on the overview of the process. It will just remind you of all the steps. The link to get in is right here. New families, you should have got an email today with your Aries login information, and copies of all the policies are right here for you. So data confirmation, this is something that has to be done before school starts. So please go in there, get all your policies signed off on, and make your preferences so we know that all your data is updated in terms of contact information, phone numbers, addresses, all of that needs to be done. So thank you for that. And then last couple items. For our returning families, my checklist item for you today is to test school accounts with your kids. So sometime this week, check out classlink.lcusd.net and make sure your student can log in. If they don't remember their login or password, send us an email at put in a ticket at help.lcusd.net, and we will send you your information. So get that tested this week. Have them see if they can get into ClassLink, because that's going to be the hub for everything. You won't see a lot of new information in there yet because we're still finalizing schedules. When schedules are done, then we can do the textbook assignment. So those will be the dominoes that fall next week. But again, you can check your login and make sure that works, because I want to try to get at least 98% of you logged in to resources before we have the first day of school. So that's super important. And then if you're a brand new family, welcome. We're getting your accounts created this week. So by Monday or Tuesday, I'll be emailing you with your student login and they can start testing out their tech as well. And again, if you need help, please go to help.lcusd.net, submit a ticket. I know they're coming in because I've gotten so many good parent tickets and emails this week. So we'll respond to you as quickly as we can. And then my last few items for you. I wanted to just give you an update on the work that teachers are doing behind the scenes related to preparing in terms of tech. We have about 15 to 17 tech sessions this week that teachers are attending. Attendance has been really high, super engaging questions. Tears of joy on my face just thinking about the hard work and effort that's going in. Our teachers are really working hard to prepare the very best experience for your kids. They are fully committed, and that we knew before, but I think it's important for you to hear it again that's what they're working on. We also have 2 PD days scheduled next week where we're going to kind of repeat some sessions or go more in depth. So a lot of really good work is going on behind the scenes, and I just want to give a shout out to our teachers and especially my teammates David and Lindsay who are doing all of that work. I'm so proud of them. And then my last item is good news for you. Our student tech intern team, the LCHS team, they have a bell schedule app that they've been working on for the last couple of years. And super exciting. I asked if they could add the elementary bell schedule and they said yes. And then somebody said, hey, can we have notifications? And they said yes. So they are finishing up development of all of those pieces. We'll be able to launch it to you next week. And it is a Chrome extension as well as a web app that has the school bell schedule. So you might have been planning to be the bell in your house and yelling out, hey, it's second period or it's time for PE. But we have a tool that'll help you with that. So I'll have details for you on that next week. All right. Have an awesome week, everyone. Get some rest. It's going to be a different but exciting start of the school year. We're all here and in this together. Thank you so much.